do for Dougie's Atomic Dustbin, we normally do an introducing. So we've pre-recorded this one, but it was recorded live, so it's the same thing, isn't it? And we've got a band on that Janice has selected. We've got a track they've not released yet called Cheap Suit. So we're going to be talking to them, and it's OSCA. Is it OSCA? OS?
It is.
Yeah. Tell us a bit about yourselves then, guys. What's the rationale behind the name? That's a good start, isn't it?
We struggled on the name, to be honest. It seems like the songwriting process is quite easy to us, but in terms of the name, we struggled a little bit. So, Tom, I don't know if you want to give us some insight.
It's an anagram, but we've never really told anyone what it is.
Oh.
So people make them up at shows, don't they? Really?
Yeah,
do they?
We get all sorts
of weird stuff.
Yeah, all right. So if anyone's out there wants to make up an anagram, make for an anagram for the whatever the word is, then go for it. But you let me know what let me know what you think.
You might get some interesting ones there, Kerr.
Yeah, we might do actually.
Especially people that know us.
I'll get thinking. There's got to be something that comes up. So brilliant. So where are you based?
We're based in Wednesbury, just north of Birmingham.
Oh, I know
you'll probably know it. You're Nuneaton way, are you?
Yeah, Wednesbury. Yeah. Wednesbury. I hate going past Wednesbury on the motorway. It's an absolute nightmare. It's always busy. You can never get past it, can you? Don't know why.
Try it early on a Saturday when people are choosing a Saturday morning to go to IKEA. That's a challenge.
I know. I hate Wednesday. I hate that IKEA as well. But the thing is, I think what it is, it's the busy on the motorway because everyone's trying to escape Wednesbury. That's what it is. So everyone's leaving Wednesbury. Do you know what? There's more people trying to get out of Wednesbury than try to come over the channel. It's a fact.
That's why we can't get out because it's too much bother. We just stay here.
It's a fact that I've just made up. Yeah, I actually worked in Bilston for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Exciting times. Far. So yeah. So how long have you been together?
For about 4 years, 4 or 5 years.
Excellent. So just pre the nonsense that went on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We caught the troubled end of that. So we released our first official release was January 2020. Went well, and then we released the A side to that single. Played a show at Dead Wax, a headline show. Went really well. People liked the tune, and then that was February the 28th, 2020, and then bang. The world fell apart, so
I know.
Yeah, we've had our challenges, but we're still here.
Everyone's world fell apart. Where are you? You in the recording studio or something there, guys? Looks like you've got insulation on the roof and soundproofing. Where are you? Where are you?
Yeah, we're in we're at the top of my garden.
Right.
I've got a shed that I've converted into studio. So we practice and record, and that'll be it.
Yeah, a bit like me. I'm in a log cabin in the garden, but yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Out of the way, get out of the house, perfect. So
it's one thing COVID was good for, weren't it? People spent more time sort of looking inwards, didn't they, and sorting their house and getting these cabins built and getting everything clean and tidy. So
yeah, this was a right state before COVID.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that. It's what it sounded like.
So to be honest, mine was already here, but you're right. The amount of people. That time changed a lot of things in it for everyone. So if you look now, the amount of people have got home bars or somewhere to, do you know what I mean? My neighbour's converted his shed into a bar, and it's where we used to go for lockdown. It was our secret pub. Do you know what I mean? It was it's where we went. But my cousin's husband built one, and it's like the amount of people that built a space, and I think that's changed the landscape of people going out and going to the pub and. A lot of people probably still in that vibe now. Well, actually, I'm going to do it here at home, which could have an issue for the likes of you guys when you're out doing your gigs, isn't it? You know what I mean?
But people have probably thought, especially now the pubs are open, the prices have gone back up to recover that sort of 12, 18 month period. Obviously, you can't smoke in pubs, and I think that got rid of a lot of people.
I think so.
So I think, people have probably gone back in the pub and thought, you know what, it's costing me more money. I was doing all right just buying cans from the shop or getting a draft from the cabin or shed or whatever. So
exactly,
yeah, probably
exactly. So where do you normally play? You normally stay around the Wolverhampton, Wednesbury area, or do you go further afield?
We've had quite a few in Birmingham. So like Digbeth.
Yeah, smart. Yeah.
Sunflower Lounge, yeah.
Yeah.
So we play there.
We've ventured out recently. We played Barnsley live the year before last.
Barnsley.
I'll tell you what, it was fantastic.
Yeah,
place.
Yeah. Fantastic festival. And recently we played in Nottingham as well. Played at a bar in Nottingham on the other Friday. That was good.
Yeah.
We're for going anywhere really.
Nottingham is I've only been a couple of times, but in the daytime. But what an amazing city that is! Places to go out to drink and eat. It's got a real nice feel to it. And I'm not into Christmas, but the Christmas market and fair is just off scale there.
Yeah, well, the bar we played, it was called Via Fossa, and it was on the canal, and it was right next to the canal house, where it's quite famous in Nottingham because the canal kind of runs through the bar itself, and I'd say the outside areas in the bar we were in and next door, from the second we turned up to the second we left, were absolutely rammed. We were lucky we got weather, so it was good. We're like that. We're one of them fearless boxers. We'll play anywhere.
No, I know. You've got to, haven't
anywhere
you?
that'll have us.
You've got to. That's it. It's a bit like me. I'll go anywhere that'll have me. I'll talk to anyone. No, that's not right. we are particular who we speak to. But do you know what I mean? We do. We don't just speak to anybody. Yeah. You have to be good to come on the show. So tell us a bit about your music. What's your inspirations for it? Who's you know?
Well, I think we've all got different tastes. Really, there's some things that we got in common, but then it's. The influences are quite eclectic, really, because I like stuff that's I like prog rock and stuff like that, you know. Right. And then these guys like different stuff to that, and Jesse, who's our guitarist, he's got another set of music that he likes. So we've got a lot of music to draw up on.
It's been interesting for me. Sorry, Kurt.
No, carry on, crack on.
I think we've all introduced each other to music we weren't perhaps even not aware of or not too privy to, but we enjoy it. So it's been whilst we enjoy writing and performing, and it's been as mates, it's been a good process, to be fair.
Yeah. I've got a question here because Janice is on, our producer, and she says, "Why did you?"
Oh, Janice.
Yeah, why did you cover the track "Pure Shore"?
We put out a Facebook poll, don't we?
Well, everything.
We everywhere on all socials. We each picked a song, like a pop song. Although one of them was Metallica.
Yeah, I'm glad.
And that got close to winning, but Pure Shores won, and so we stuck to it, and I really enjoyed recording it. It was such a good experience.
Yeah, we wanted to. We've for our first EP and our first singles, we've gone to a professional producer, and to the point where we were using a guy who, by the way, is fantastic. Got nothing but praise for him, but it was expensive, and Joel's done a really good job. We're sat where we are to actually produce, and a cover is always a good acid test, I think, to say right, can we produce it here ourselves? Can we record it? Can we get everything down, mix it, and release it? And with the help of some mastering and some soft mixing, we did. So that's that's led us into the.
Just stay there. Yeah. Then let's have a little listen to it.
Thank you.
So we're only going to play a bit of this, people, for you.
Well, thank you.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like it.
That's what we like to
do. Brilliant, because I love that the original of that, and that is brilliant. Love it, guys. Love it. That is cool.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, it shows a different side, doesn't it? You know, rather than doing the stock covers that you hear, you know, bands everywhere do. We thought we'd be a little bit different, show we can do it. So
yeah, because that is a brilliant track in its own right. You've done a good cover of it, but that track, I love that track, and it's not one of those that gets played all the time, is it? Or someone that I think about it straight away as a track. Great, well done.
Yeah,
Nice one. We'll probably,
Thank you.
we'll probably. Janice doesn't know, but we'll probably put that on the show, and she'll go, "Oh, she's messing about with my playlist again." So there you go. I do it every week. I always mess about. I mess about with someone. So we might actually have to play the whole of that, and I might get Mrs. Dennis Newsagent to play it on her show on Sunday as well. So we like that. It's cool.
Oh, we appreciate that.
Fantastic, yeah.
Thank you very much.
So what have you got planned going forward? What's Oh, I've got someone on here who probably knows you because they're going, "Woo! I'm loving it." Rappy Tap Rapture. It must be someone that knows you.
And what's their real name?
No idea. I've no idea. I don't know. It might be.
I mean, if that is the real name, I'm sure I'd
Yeah.
recognise it.
It says, well done, lovely. So I don't know. I just presumed it was someone that knew you. So there you go. Anyway.
I feel bad, bro.
What's your real name? Rappy Rap Tap Tap Rap Rap Rapture, whatever your name is. I've no idea. I might even not be reading it right. I'm dyslexic, but there you go. Anyway, loving it. So that's cool. Any more quick? Well, I'll start again. Eddie always asks this. He's an absolute nutcase. He wants to know. He always wants to know if you've got a tour van. What kind of tour van is your tour van?
What type of car is yours?
It's a Ford Cougar. Yeah, I think in an ideal world we'd have a VW buggy or something.
Nice.
But,
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know what the ideal one would be. At the end of the day, if it gets us there in one piece, then
well, we had a band last week, and they had the van nicked and all the gear nicked, 20 odd grand's worth of gear. So just wherever you do.
I saw that online, but for the life of me, I couldn't remember who it was.
It's coming to me, and I love them to bits as well. The Midland based. The name means Midlands. I'll come to me in a minute. Just to remind me. Oh, the real name.
Times, was it?
No. It was what are they called? Anyway, the real name of that person is Astrid. Oh, it's the Mercians. There you go. Remembered. The Mercians.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah, nice. Absolutely brilliant band. Nice guys, bit like yourselves, doing it. They love it. Great music and that all.
It was them, yeah.
So just be careful to everyone out there if you're taking your gear, because there's some shysters around anyway.
There is. You put that kindly, but yeah, there is.
Yeah, it's terrible, mate. It's terrible. So, who would you love to go on stage with, play with? I'm not saying you're not good enough yourselves, but obviously you're emerging. So, who would you like to play with?
I know where I'll probably go. But...
Well, I went to see Shania Twain last night, so. Probably Shania Twain.
I haven't even asked you. Was it any good?
Incredible.
Really?
So good. I'd have a feature with Shania Twain any day.
Well, why not? Feel like a woman.
Is that a euphemism, a feature?
Well, yeah. Well, he might do. I saw her a few years ago in Hyde Park. I think just after she had problems with her voice, and she wasn't sure if she was going to lose her voice, but she just came back. And my wife doesn't really like her and the country music and all that sort of stuff. She's like, oh, she was absolutely brilliant. It was really good to watch her. So, wow, I didn't expect you to say Shania Twain.
Yeah.
What about you, mate?
I absolutely idolise Paul McCartney. I do. So
nice.
I'd love to just talk to him, but also obviously play on stage with him. That would be amazing. But yeah, if you're listening, Paul, you're great, man.
Yeah, nice one.
For me, it's probably George Michael. Just growing up, it was on in my house probably 50% of the time. So my mum and dad were big fans, and
yeah.
Ironic, but perhaps a sense of because obviously he died Christmas night, Boxing morning, didn't he? But it was all together, and that because Christmas Day we tend to go to my in-laws or we go to my family, and it just so happened we were all together when he died. But I'd like to perhaps do a duet with George, but obviously I'll never get that chance.
No.
Not that I would anyway, but it's definitely a no in it.
Hey, I'm not being funny. You never know. I might have took a shine to you.
Really well. Yeah. I'd have a difficult decision to make.
You would. You can play with me, mate, as long as you play with me. Simple as that. Bosh. Okay, George, I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh, tell you what, my interviews are really serious. You know what I mean? They're all the serious questions.
We don't do serious.
Oh, brilliant. That's really good. I think you'll answer this one. You don't have to answer it because sometimes people want to be politically correct. But which band or bands would you put in room 101, never to be seen again?
Oh, that's a good question.
It is, isn't it? If you don't want to answer it, or if you want to wait, I can play.
We
don't normally do this on these instruments.
Yeah, there's a few. There's a few bands that I don't like. Got nothing against them, but I ain't a fan of Pulp.
Who?
And
Pulp.
Oh, Pulp. I thought you said Paul. I was going to say he was waxing lyrical about him a minute ago.
And I ain't into Louis Capaldi. You know, I can't listen to him.
Really? I've got a real soft spot for Louis. I mean, his vocals, you would never think the way he looks was his vocals.
Yeah,
and I'm not being nasty to him, and he'd probably be the same himself, but you'd never put the voice and the person. And I think he suffers a lot with his. I mean, he started with his tics and everything now. And I watched the documentary on him, and I thought, yeah, you're a good guy, really, good guy.
I think he seems like a great guy. Absolutely nothing personal, but there's certain types of music that when I listen to it,
that's fine.
It just doesn't make me feel good, you know.
That's fine. Tell us about this track, Cheap Suits, because what I was going to do, I was going to put it on then and come back to you and play the tune. Do that as
Yeah, it's up to you. Do you want us to chat about it first, or do you want to put it on?
Tell us about it, then we'll put it on, then we'll come back. We don't normally do these on the short ones, but we're going to do it today.
It's crazy to think that we release it in a week or so, because I think it was Christmas 2021 where I think I probably just had the verse maybe as a kind of a vocal melody.
Mm-hmm.
Just put it in a voice note. If I'm honest, it had the feel of like Take That, and I don't think there was ever an intention to work on it with the intention of releasing it and actually playing it. I think it was just we're having a few beers in here where we are now for Christmas. We thought we'll make it half productive, and we started working on it, and all you knew it after probably a couple of hours and a fair few beers. We'd kind of done it, and we were really happy with it. So yeah, here we are now, about to release it, which seems surreal with how long ago it was. But
right. Well, what we'll do, we won't be on screen when this is playing, because what I'll do, I'll put a graphic on so you're all right. And so listen, people, we're going to listen to this. This is Cheap Suit, not been released yet. It's from OSCA. Have a listen to this, people. We'll be right back.
Can't let go. Put your trust in me. Just relax and breathe. You've augmented vision to see. So keep dancing to this new tune. Wear me like a cheap suit, baby. Tell me what's the hurry. You choke on me, I choke on you. Like cold on a flesh wound, baby. Show
Oh, there you go, people. Cheap Suit. I did mute you guys while the show on thing was. If you could unmute, that'd be brilliant. Ask to unmute. There we go. I'll ask them to unmute. See, like a cheap suit, baby. It's catchy, that, isn't it? I like it.
Thank you.
And if you don't mind me saying, I was trying to think. There's loads of elements in that track, and I'm like, oh, yeah, there's almost a bit of Beach Boys in there.
Well,
Almost a bit.
Someone else said that the other day.
There's
Actually, when we were in Nottingham,
there's
the sound guy come up and said compared us to the Beach Boys, which I think that's a great compliment, really.
There's a Beach Boy vibe there. I was like, oh, I like that. I thought, oh, we've got a Beatles vibe going. Yeah, the bit of it. Oh, hang on a minute, it's Beach Boys. We've got into Beach Boys now. Yeah, brilliant. That is really catchy because I've only heard. That's the first time I've heard it. I played a little bit of it earlier on when I got sent it, and that's the first time I've listened to it all the way through, and I quite like that. Yeah.
Thank you. We wanted it to be poppy, so I think we've ticked that box.
You've done that, very poppy. That is brilliant. Eddie will like that. He'll be playing it on his show. Yeah. Oh, the person that was on before stayed because they like the vibe. Yeah, we do these interviews. These are for Dougie's Atomic Dustbin, or we do a longer ones that go onto YouTube. This will be on YouTube. So if you're watching it, come and watch us Thursday morning, 8 till 10 o'clock, and you'll see things like this where we introduce you to bands. Brilliant. So what's up and coming for you? You've got any gigs planned? Anything in the pipeline?
We've got a local gig on Sunday. So we're playing at like just a pub in Wednesbury Town.
Nice.
So bulletproof vests and all that.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then and what else? What else we got?
We've got 11th of November at the Vic in Birmingham.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't think tickets are officially out yet, so we're just waiting for that to come through. But we've had a lot of interest, to be fair, whether it's news of the new track dropping or I think this year the gigs we have had, there's been a kind of we've evolved really in the live performance. I think it's with the new interesting songs we're adding and how we're positioning them in the set. I think our live performance has just sort of escalated the last sort of 6 months. So hopefully it's a good sign.
Yeah, you get that with virtually everything, don't you? At first, there's a time thing with everything. You go, oh, that doesn't work. I'll put that in. You know, it's a bit like going and seeing a comedian. You probably see them when they first start. They might be funny, but then you see them years later and go, oh my God, they've really come on. So yeah, you're craftful and evolve as you go along. You know, you've obviously got the talent, but there's a total difference between doing a recording in a studio or in your shed or whatever to actually doing it live in front of an audience, isn't it? It's totally different ball game.
Yeah, but in the nicest way possible. It sounds horrible, but most people can release a track these days. It's at everybody's fingertips. You can do it. It's another thing, and performing it live, isn't it?
And that's why we produced this show, because we said there's that much out there. People are going, oh, there's no good music out. I'll stick to listen to the 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever era they're into. So we said, hang on a minute, there's loads of good stuff out there. Why don't Janice, you go out there, love, spend all week researching and come back with some good bands and we'll put it on, we'll showcase it. So that's the reason, because you're right. It's a bit like doing a radio show. I say any knobber can sit here and do a radio show. Can you make it entertaining? Can you interview one? Oh, I'll just play this track now. It's dead easy, isn't it? And anyone can produce a track. People keep sending me music, and it's absolutely... I nearly replied to a guy the other day because he keeps adding his music to me. Sean, I'm like, I can't play it because it's shit. But do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? When you tell them that, they sort of get a huff. They get a huff when you say your music. I can't play it. Your music's shit. I sometimes I'll wrap it up a little bit more than that. Say, mate, it's just not right for my show or whatever. But yeah, anyone can produce it, but not everybody should. So it's made it more accessible, but the barriers to entry are still there. You still can't get it out there because all the goons are still controlling it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah.
So the only way around it is to build a following, and hopefully you'll break through like some of the other bands that we've seen, because some bands have started to break through. Yeah. So has there been any funny incidents at your gigs? Normally, at the time, it's an absolute disaster, but now you can look back and go, oh, that was hilarious.
One thing that comes to mind with me was we was doing one gig, and I'd agreed before we played with Zach that he would, a certain part in the set that he'd take a drink, a big drink of his, of his pint or whatever. And they were doing. It was planned to be like something easy to drink, but it turned out to be a Guinness. I think is that what it was?
Ice cold.
Like a really ice cold Guinness. So we got to the moment, and Zach powered through, and he downed it, and I looked at his face, and he was like cockeyed, and I just like pissed myself laughing on stage. It was brilliant.
By the way, my eyes are straight naturally.
See, I'm actually now you've just explained that about Guinness. I could just drink one of them because I do like I do like a Guinness when I go out. So I'll drink it when I go to a pub. I go, oh yeah, I'll have a pack of Guinness, and it's nice.
There are other stouts on the market, by the way.
There are other stouts. The Brewdog one's lovely as well. Try that.
I want to try that Black Heart. I've literally been looking at that today.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
There's another one that's stronger than that. It's about 8%, 9%. Because my neighbour likes he likes. Anything below 6%, he's not interested in. So you can imagine, can't you? He got a bottle out last week. I went round last week. He got a bottle out that big. My wife's in there. He went, Kurt, should we split this between us? And my wife went, how strong is that? You know he's going to be, like, because I can't drink. What is it, about 8? He went, no, it's 10.5. So we had a couple of them. And, I had a bit of a muggy head the next day. But yeah,
just tastes like wine, didn't it? After a certain strength.
Well, we had one the other week, and I went, "This is dangerous, mate, because it's really nice. It tastes really nice. Didn't taste strong."
Oh, that's the worst one. Yeah.
I just knew it. I said, "This is a 10%," and he went, "Yeah." I went, "Oh my god, this is just too nice." So yeah,
tomorrow.
Definitely try the blue. We're talking about all sorts of crap here, aren't we? But definitely try that. But Guinness and other stouts are available. You're right, Brewdog.
Yeah.
Oh, before we I forget. Can one of you say this is OSCA and you're listening to Dougie Stone Radio, and Eddie will make a jingle out of it for us?
What we're listening to? This is OSCA. What am I saying? Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. We'll start again. Rewind. Right. You could say your name. Yeah. This is I forgot your name already. This is
OSCA.
This is you could say, if it was me, I'd go, this is Kurt from OSCA and you're listening to Dougie Stone Radio. Bosh, like that. Yeah.
This is Joe from OSCA and you're listening to Dougie Stone Radio.
That's it. Boom. One take.
Like he's done it before.
Hey?
It's like he's rehearsed that.
I know. See,
That's a proper radio voice.
What it is, it was the prompt.
He's coming for your job.
It's the prompting, man. It's the prompt. You can fucking have it. It's the prompting. Is there anything, before I let you go and get on with your evening and get smashed, is he? Because that's probably what you're going to do. Oh, I interviewed one band. They were really rock and roll. And I'm going to let you go now because you're probably going out to the pub. He went, oh, no, it's quiz night. I said, fucking quiz night? You're a fucking rock and roll band. You're going fucking quiz. Oh, yeah, it's great, quiz night. I said, fucking hell, mate. We're doing bingo next. Is there anything you want to promote that I've not asked you? Is there anything you want to talk about or promote?
All we'd say is that we genuinely think this single's that a breakthrough. I think for us, we've had other there's other great singles, by the way. But yeah, I think if I could make one play, it'd be just to listen to it. And if you like it, obviously follow us on Spotify, and you'll get all the new songs. Then we've got. It's not just this one. The next 2 or 3 releases are going to be something special, I think.
Yeah, and quite soon, hopefully, as well. Within the next few months, we've got a few lined up in the pipeline. So,
brilliant.
Yeah.
There's a new EP imminent, so, yeah, watch this space. But, yeah, all we say is please follow us and, keep in touch.
Awesome. When you keep in touch with us, it's not just a one-hit wonder with us. If we like you all the stuff going on, hook up with Janice and we'll get you back on. We've done it before with other bands, so we don't want this. We want our friends to come back to us every now and then and go, oh, we're doing this now, Kurt. Do you know what I mean? We might have built another shed because it's been that, you know what I mean? You've been that successful. You need a larger shed. I don't know, whatever it is. But a big thank you to you guys. Success with what you're doing in the future. Thanks for giving us the track before it's been released. And I genuinely, I don't blow smoke up people's asses. That is a great track. Dead catchy. Love it. That's definitely going on the show. So thanks very much for letting us have that.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you, Kurt. That means a lot. Thank you.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to play the track again for people watching on Mixcloud, and whatever we're doing on the show, we'll probably put Pure Shore on for people. So thanks very much.
Perfect. Love the Dougie Stone.
Cheers, man. For you guys on Mixcloud, have a listen to this. Cheers, lads.